this video we'll do some of the percent problems. Let's see, I'm going to change the shirts here to cups just to keep things consistent. You sell cups. Let C represent the price you sell your cups. The tax the customer pays is 5% tax on the top of your price. Write an expression using C to represent the cost a customer pays for a cup. So it's true that there's the price of the cup, so there's the price of the cup plus the tax. Well, the price of the cup is this right here. C represents the price you sell a cup. So that's C. And I want to add to that the tax. Now the tax is 5% of this. And remember, 5% is the same thing as 0.05, 5 hundredths. So it's 5 hundredths of this, of the price of the cup. So 0.05 C. Well, this is 1 C. So what I have here is 1 and 5 hundredths C. This could also be seen, if you notice I have a C here and a C here, I could factor out a C. And when I do, C times 1 would give me 1C, plus C times 0.05 would give me this. So if I use order of operations, I have C times, these get added together, and I get the same thing, 1.05 C. Leo buys shoes for $40. He marks up the price by 35% before selling the shoes. What is the retail price of Leo's shoes? So there's the cost plus the markup. So the markup we can find this way by doing $40 times 35%. That is, if we multiply this, this would work. Another way to do it is just to consider what's 10% of $40. Well, that's just moving, the decimal point over 1, which is $4. So $4 is 10% of $40. So if I want 30%, I just multiply this by 3, multiply by 3, and I would have 30%. So I'd want to multiply this by 3, which would be 3 times $4 is $12. So that's 30%. I need 35%. Well, isn't 5% half of 10%? So 5% is going to be half of 10%. And if 10% is $4, 5% is going to be $2. If I add these together, I have 35% or $14. This is the markup. I'll write MU. So I have to add $14 to my markup, or $14 to my price, excuse me. That's the cost of the shoes, $54. The price of nachos and a drink at the ballpark jumped up from $12 to $18. What is the percent increase in price? Remember, with percent increase, you want to know the change in price or the change in values divided by the starting value, and then we convert that into a percentage. So the change in value is simply $18 minus $12. And the starting, we started from 12 and went to 18, so my starting value is $12. $18 minus $12 is $6 over $12. Well, I can see right here that 6 is half of 12, so this reduces down to a half. What is 1/2 as a decimal? Well, 1/2 is the same as 0.5, 5 tenths, right? This is the same as 5 tenths. That's how we say this. So how do I turn this into a percent? Well, I simply multiply it by 100. I have 2 zeros in this 100, so that's the same thing as moving the decimal point 2 places. So I go once, twice. That's where my decimal point ends up. And I have to add a 0 to fill it in. So the percent increase is going to be 50% increase. So the price went up by 50%. Three friends have dinner out at their favorite restaurant. The bill comes to $64. They want to leave a 15% tip. They will divide evenly. So three friends have to split 15% tip. How much will each person pay for their part of the tip? Well, let's find 15% of $64, and then we'll take a third of that. So 10% of $64, I just have to move the decimal point over. That's $6.40. 5%, remember, is half of 10%. So if 10% was $6.40, half of that is going to be $3.20. So these together, 15%, are these together? So $9.60. If I divide $9.60 by 3, 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. That's 0. And I subtract, I bring down the 6. 3 times 2 is 6, so I have to bring up my decimal point. 3 times 2 is 6. That's 0. So there you go. The 0 will come up. So each person is going to pay $3.20 towards the tip. Well, notice that's the same thing as the 5%, which should make sense because if I took 15% and I divided 15% 3 ways, everybody's paying 5%. So those two numbers here, they should match. So the tip, $3.20. Joe's monthly salary is $4,400 plus a 4% commission on his sales. So he gets paid a salary plus, right, commission. If Joe's sales for the month were $40,000, then how much did he earn that month? Well, the salary part's straightforward enough. He gets paid $4,400. And to that, I have to have the commission. So what I need to know is how much is 4% of what he sold, $40,000. So I need to know what, I could simply do this. What is 40,000 times 0.04? I could do that, and that would work. I could also do it this way. 1% of $40,000 is just noticing that the decimal point of 40,000 is here. If 10% is moving the decimal 1 position, 1% moves the decimal 2 positions. So 1% of $40,000 is $400. So that's 1%. Well, what would I do with the 1% in order to find 4%? I would simply multiply this by 4. So 400 times 4 is going to be $1,600, $1,600. I add that. That's his commission. If I add these two together, he gets paid $6,000 for that particular month. Beth sells pies for P$. She discounted the pies by 30% for the sale. Write an expression to represent the sale price of the pies. So normally she sells them for P, but she's having a sale. That means she's going to take off 30%. And 30% as a decimal is 30 hundredths. So she's going to take off 30% of what she normally sells them for. That is going to wind up being, this is like 1, so 1p minus 30 hundredths is going to be 70 hundredths p, or 70%. So it's 70% of the original price. So this is your expression right here. She's going to sell the pies at 70% of what she normally sells the pies. Adam sells necklaces for $54. If sales tax is 8%, estimate the tax for one necklace to the nearest dime. So I'm going to estimate to the nearest dime. So what is 8% of $54? In this occasion, I will actually multiply by the decimal equivalent. So 8% is the same as 0.0800ths. Because we're 8%, let's do a little review here. Percent means out of 100. So this is 8 out of 100. This is 8/100ths. That's exactly how I say this, 8/100ths, because it's in the hundredths place value. So when I do my multiplication here, 8 times 0 is 0, 8 times 0 is 0, 8 times 4 is 32, 33, 8 times 5 is 40, plus 3 is 43. So my decimal point starts here. In this number, I have 2 place values. In this number, I have 2 place values. So altogether, I have 4 place values. I'm going to start here. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. So the specific tax is $4.32. To the nearest dime is going to be $4.30. So that is the tax to the nearest dime. This is the actual tax to the nearest dime. Well, I do hope these helped.